We are now going to go over brow mapping. Brow mapping is to ensure the brows are symmetrical as well as properly shaped for your client's face. To start this process off, we're going to try to find point O. To do this, you will start in the middle of the client's nose, bringing that line directly into the middle of the client's brows. To find point A, we're going to go along the crease of the client's nose and bring that line directly up. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. Point A is going to indicate where your client's brows begin. Once that is done, you can move on to the next step. We're going to circle back to point B, but for now we're going to go to C. To find C, you go to the corner of the nose and the outer corner of the pupil. This is going to indicate where your arch is. The arch is the highest point of the client's brow. Again, middle of the lip, corner of the nose, corner of the outer pupil. To find point D, we're going to go from the middle of the lip, corner of the nose, corner of the eye to find point D. This is the end of the tail. Hers is a little short on this side, but that's okay. This is just another angle for y'all to see us finding point C and D. I want y'all to be able to see the corner of that pupil lines up perfectly with that line for point C and how we are finding these points. To find point C1, the lower part of the arch, start at A1 and draw a horizontal line directly to the underneath part of the brow. This will identify how high the underneath part of the arch should be. Now circling back, we're going to go ahead and map out point B. Point B is going to be directly above the tear duct of your client. Point AB is going to be the lightest point of your client's brow. Point BC is going to be the most colored part of their brow, while CD is going to be the darkest. This is going to give a nice natural ombre effect. Now, we're going to connect A1 and A1, A and A. We're going to go from A1 to A, past B, and to C. This is going to give you that nice body line. We're going to go to point C to D and give you that tail line. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. And now we have the top lined out. Now you're going to take your brow mapping ruler and line O directly onto the line. Make sure you have a little bit of space between your ruler and your brow to draw the lines. You want to make sure each line is exactly the same on each side. So each point you want to make sure is the same distance to ensure your client's brows are perfectly symmetrical. So she has done A, she's doing B, she already did C, and she just did D. Same thing on the other side. A, B, C, and she's double checking her measurements. Take your time, guys. This is crucial. Now we're going to go ahead and add the points onto the skin just so you can visually see. You will not do this on your client, but the top of the brow of the beginning is point A. The middle of the brows is point O. The next point is B. Point AB is going to be the lightest part of the client's brows. Point C, the arch of the client's brows. And point D, the end of the tail. The bottom start of the client's brow is A1. These are the points all together. Again, don't place these points on your client. This is just a visual. You're going to connect point A1 to A1 to ensure the bottoms are leveled. Then you will connect point A to ensure the tops are leveled. We are then going to proceed from point A1 to A through B to C. This is going to give you your nice line, and then to C to D. You're going to repeat the same process on the other side. This is going to give you your line out of the top of your client's brows. Holding the skin upward and tight is going to make your drawing of your line underneath the brow a lot easier. She is taking her time to make sure her line is completely straight, connecting those points. Same thing on the other side. Take your time and make sure your line is straight and precise. If you don't want to use a brow pencil, you can always use paste. So we decided to have it done with paste as well, just to visually let you see how it's done. You can put the paste on the strings like we did at the top, and then outline it with paste on an angled brush just to make it more visible. From there, you're going to do the same thing on the other eye. Again, holding the eyebrow upward and tight is going to make drawing the line underneath the brow so much easier. Next, go ahead and get a wet cotton round or a cotton swab and clean those lines up to make it to where the lines are a little bit thinner but still bold. It should look like this when you're done. Now her brows are symmetrical and properly shaped.